Okay, we're going to set up and drill the holes through. It gets where the rotor goes through, the rotor drive shaft. That gets a hole on center line of the boss and on center line of the 315. And we'll be boring it for the bearings just like we did on a little while back on the cross members. I couldn't remember what I was boring the. So I'm set up. I got a stop set up here, and we're going to swing in. We're going to swing in the center line of where we want to be. So we'll drop that in. I got it on a parallel here. Put that up against the vise stop. Tighten it up. Make sure I take the parallel. I'm going to take the parallel out right away so I don't forget. Now I'll get an indicator and we'll swing that in. Okay. All right. What we'll do is we'll swing in the y-axis first. And like I always do, get my needle to run kind of true so I can get it close. Hopefully get it close. So I'm just eyeballing it, that ball of my indicator to the center. Like that. And we're going to swing around. We're going to drop down, pick up the face of the back face that's up against the jaw, and preload my indicator. And we're gonna we're looking for the low spot. So I don't know if you can see the indicator or not. So we're looking for the low spot. We got right there 0. All right. Come around. Drop down in here. Pick up this edge. Okay, we're a ways away. We're not even touching the indicator, so bring. I gotta get that. I'll be back. Nobody there. Scammer, I didn't answer at the right time apparently. All right, let's try this again. Okay, this time I'm gonna start from the front here, since that side didn't. Let me get my mirror. I just got told a little while ago what to do with my credit card. I like to keep them on line and mess with them. Dumbasses anyway. All right. I don't know if you can see my mirror or not, but okay, I'm going to zero that out right there. We're on 0. Pull it up, swing it around to the back, drop in. I'm not going to go all the way on. I want to try to find the low spot right there. So I don't know if I bottomed the indicator out or not, but it definitely has to come out about half of it. And I'm going to unload some of that. Okay, 0. Swing around. Drop in. Looks like we're close now. We are 3 thou. So I gotta move it 1.5 thou. Oop. Ah. Keep shooting by it. Right there. Zero. Swing around. This should be 0. Actually about 1/2 thou, but that's okay, that's close enough. So we'll 0 the y-axis. Now we're going to do the same thing on X. I'm hoping I got enough area there. I may have to take the stop off and then bring the stop back to give myself some room, because I can't get the ball on there. Or I could, I'll just take the stop and slide it back up against it. Just slide it away and then butt it back up. And all right. So now we know we got to go this way. Right about there somewhere. All right. Bring that down. Find the low spot. Right there. 0. Swing it around. You can see the indicator's not touching. Go about half that distance. And find the low spot again. There. 0. Bring it up. Around. Around. Find the low spot. All right, so now we are 14 thou, so I got to put around the 7. About there. I'm going to take some of that away so I don't have so much travel, so I have some more travel on the top. There's 0. Swing it around over here. Come down. About 1/2 thou. So I'm going to try to take, there we go, a couple tenths. There we go. 0 it. Here we go. We have the center this way and we have the center that way now. Center on Y and we have the center on X. So now I'm going to slide that up there, hold that up against the part. Snug this, oops. Snug the screws up if you don't drop the Allen wrench. There we go. We're ready. Take the indicator out, drill chuck in. Trying to remember what size hole that is going through there. I think it was 300 and something. No, 250. 250. Oh, that's right. I remember I drilled and reamed a 250 hole through there, so I need the bigger drill chuck. And again, I can move my knee again, and I don't like doing that. So I gotta drop my knee down, darn it. Not that I don't trust the mill, but you know, you can be off. Alright. Center drill. And we want about 242 drill. I'm going to double drill it though, I think. Pilot drill it and then drill it. So, and a smaller drill in there. Okay, I got a 242. Leave about 4 thou per side for the reaming. Okay, get the reamer out, if I can find it right away. There's a short one in the front. That's a 281. A 251. Where's my mic at? Grab my mic here. I can't read the numbers. Yep, this one's right here. This one right here. Shifting the roll. Alright, one down. Then we'll come back and bore that for the bearing. And put parallel in there. Brush the chips out first. Get in there with that. Slide it up against the stop. lock her down. Take the parallel out. Center drill. Shift back up to high. I gotta get my coolant bottle over here. I should have put coolant on that one too. When I was doing it, I didn't. This is just trim coolant. Put this one away. Move on to that one. Next. That 250 hole is actually just a clearance hole for the shaft going through. And there's quite a bit of clearance, so I'm not too worried about location wise. No. And this is for the tube. If I have a tube going through, well, I won't have tube going through that anyway. I could have just, I could have eliminated the reaming. Really didn't need reaming. What I was thinking. All right, now bearing, or bore the hole for the bearing. Let's put it back in high. Need 3/4 collet. And where did I lay the mooring head? I left it set up. I don't remember where I laid it. Did I put it back in the rack? Oh, I did put it back in the rack. I put it back in the cutter rack. Imagine that. Right. And if I remember right, it was 188 deep or something like that. I'll measure it here to make sure. Got the bearing here. Oh, it's only 80 thou deep. Not 188, just 80 thou. So, what I want to do is come down. I just want to come down and touch right there. Bring my spindle stop up. Tight against it. Up. And crank the knee up 80 thou. Zoom it out here. 50, 60, 70. 80. Hopefully it'll cut the same. We'll see. Put the parallel underneath and leave it there now. I'm not going all the way through. This is a little shot. Got to knock the burr off the back side here. Punch that 1/4 inch through. So it sits down on the parallel flat. I should just check with that bearing. Check that bearing, make sure that it's not sloppier. Goes in there. Not too bad. It'll be alright. I'll leave that set right where it's at. Oh, I thought I put my parallel in there. Daggin nammit. Oops. Put the parallel in there first. It'll work better. Alright, now drop that in there. Slide it up against the stop. Blocker. Alright. Alright, we're done with that. We don't need that boring bar anymore. I think I'm going to take that out of there. I don't want to break it. Boring bars are kind of hard to come by. I've got a few small ones, but not very many flat bottom ones that I can go and make flat bottom. So I'm going to take that out of there so I don't lose it or break it. And put that away. Goes in the little rack on the lathe here. Alright, the next thing to do is put the 2 screw holes in on the side. So 256 threads go. That's what goes in the bracket that holds it in place. So we can use the exact same setup. Exact same setup, and we don't crank it on Y, we leave it alone. Take the boring head out. Put that back in the rack. That boring head was another salvage from the trash can, and I've gotten a lot of use out of it over the years. Some dummy didn't like the shank on it and threw it in the trash can, so I took it and put a new shank on it. We can actually go with a small drill chuck this time. Okay, center drill. And then the drill for a 256 is, I'm going to go with a number 48. It's not, that's cutting the percentages of thread down a little bit, but that's okay. Because really it's supposed to be a 70, and I'm going with a 73, so. Alright, now let's see where we're supposed to go with that. Okay, here it is. Off center line is 380. That right? No, it's not. It's not. That dimension isn't right. I need to go back and double check that dimension, because I think I have an error here on this drawing, because the overall between the two is 709, and I know it's supposed to go, it's symmetrical, but yet I've got 380 on one side, so I need to go check. So I will be back. I gotta go check the drawing, and when I get it figured out, we'll drill the holes and tap them, and that part will be done. Later.